Welcome back to H3VR Tips. Today I'll be going over ballistics in the game, and how some of the cartridges handle against certain types of armor in the game. In H3VR there are three types of armor, type 1, 2, and 3. A good way to know which one is which is to use a knife like I just did. The knife only goes through type 1, and from left to right I have type 1, 2, and then 3. To start, I'll be using a normal FMJ 9mm. The normal FMJ does nothing to any of the armors. It doesn't penetrate. It'll only go through normal flesh. Pretty much all the cartridges that aren't plus P or incendiary won't do anything to any of the armors. Next up are jacketed hollow points, and these aren't meant for penetrating armor in any way, so you can already guess that they're not going to go through any of the armors, which they don't. They can only go through flesh. The final cartridge that uses brass casings is the tracer, which they act pretty much the same as FMJs, but they glow when you shoot them. They also act just like FMJs, going through no armor except just flesh. Now for the more hard-hitting ammunition, this is FMJ plus P. Not really sure what the plus P means, I'm not that smart, but this has a lot more punch than a regular FMJ. But it still acts just like an FMJ. It's not going to go through any of the types of armor except flesh, but it just is more reliable in the headshot department. Next up are jacketed hollow points plus P. Similar to the FMJ, it has a plus P, so it means it hits harder. One interesting thing I noticed about the jacketed hollow point when shooting the Sosigs, specifically the Type 2 armor, was that they'd fall over from just shooting them, even though it wasn't penetrating the armor. So my guess is that something is ricocheting to causing them to be knocked over. Like when shooting the Type 3, nothing happens, but when you unload onto the Type 2, they would fall over. The final round I'll be using is the armor-piercing incendiary round, or also known as an A-pit. And this is the best round you can get. It'll go through level 1 types of armor, and also, sometimes, ignite the Sosig on fire. A-pit rounds will also go through level 2 armor, but it will not over-penetrate going into another target. It also, of course, has a high likelihood of igniting them and killing them, which is very helpful. It won't even put a dent in a Type 3 armor, but just like last time, it'll ignite them, which can kill them.